Hello there and welcome back to Castille. Last time we declared war on Portugal, they ended up in a war with France thanks to England, and we took the chance of declaring war on them. And as far as I can see, that has paid off pretty damn good so far. The Portuguese fleet is still very big, very scary, so we'll have to stay clear of that one. But as things are now, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to win this. So just to get some sieges going down south here, we'll be creating 3 more units, and we'll be marching them south. I'll also just stand down this army, I think. Basically, I'll be building it down south, more or less, so it doesn't really matter. But yes, we'll be also continuing the colonization attempts up here, and that should go quite well. I will not be accepting the alliance from the Papal State, probably not be accepting that many alliances all over, so for now we'll just let things go. St. Kitts became a core, if I saw right, and that is also quite good. Enrique has died, tragically. 312 is actually worse than Enrique, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or at the very same level, but at least he had admin powers, I can't actually complain. So the succession is safe. He's 12 years old too, so that should help out. 40-year-old ruler. Might actually get a little bit of regency here, but I think we should be fine even so. So for now, we will be sitting by, trying to colonize and deal with Portugal down the line. So we'll see how this plays out. As you can see, England is out of the war, and that is basically all I need to get Portugal on the side will actually give me whatever I want. I have lost 9 transport ships though, which is kind of annoying, but even so I'll simply take the colony now, seize it, and then we will be making peace. I'll simply wait for that colonist to get to Havana, and then we'll be making peace with the Portuguese, and that should be the end of it. As you can see, I have a couple of opportunities here, Bavaria and also Milan. So I think I'll actually accept Milan, because it would be good to have a little bit of an ally over there as well. I will potentially try and ally England again once this is over, or once we actually get ourselves a little bit more friendly, which will apparently take forever, thanks to the fact that I've rejected a call to arms twice. So that's a little bit of an issue, but even so, we should be just fine. Hungary, of all people, decided to send me an insult, probably due to the fact that I have very little manpower compared to what it should be. So that is a little bit of a problem. But yes, we'll be moving these troops now to the Portuguese colony, seize it, and then we will be making peace. And that, I think, is basically what will be the end of this war. And then I'll have to rebuild my transport fleet and also rebuild my fleet otherwise. So there we go. Colony has been seized. Send my guy to turn it the right, well, I don't know how to put it, the right culture, and this is basically what we'll take. And as you can see, France will actually hate me a little bit, England a little bit, but Portugal is the one who will actually take the biggest hit. Burgundy and Milan will also be a little bit pissed, but I will be handing these provinces back to the Moroccans. Excuse me, I do not know how it is actually said. Morocco. I'll simply hand it back to Morocco. We'll leave it at that, and that should be enough to pause or to cause Portugal to do something. I could potentially take another province as well, but as you can see, the pain of doing so is a little bit too harsh. So we'll go for just this, and that should be enough to keep Portugal out of the colonization game for a little while. And I'll also be taking Bermuda pretty soon, because that will basically be my base that will allow me to colonize most of North America. So there we go. That is the plan, and we'll see how it all plays out. Apparently the Pope does not like me for that, but I could not care less, more or less. So yes, turning this into a core is of well, importance to some aspect, both of these two as well. So there's that, but hopefully now I won't actually have to deal with any more Portuguese colonies, and if I do, I'll be a little bit annoyed. But we'll have to wait and see, and I'll also be building my new transport fleet, because the other one was sunk. It'll actually take a little while, actually take quite a long while, so we'll have to live with that. 9 transport ships, and we'll also be building a couple more barks, simply because of the fact that I'm getting more colonies, and I need light ships to simply make it so that they are, well, more or less in a good state. But I think I can now form let's see, can I now form Spain? I think I can. Yes, I can form Spain I can form the Spanish nation diplomatically. Global expansion in the newly discovered areas and establish of colonies is transforming Spain into one of the most powerful and wealthiest nations of our time. Spanish explorers are constantly moving into new territories and extending our borders. Immense amounts of gold and silver are being brought back to our motherland, filling the coffers of our state treasury. So there we go. Cardinal is no longer loyal to us. A throne inherited. Aragon has been inherited, and Spain has been formed. So yes, I did get a lot of troops now. But apparently also I did get a lot of trouble, so I'll actually have to stand down that army because of the fact that I cannot afford it, I think. No, it's probably just due to colonial reasons. So yes, that is great. Let's see, did I get any claims now? Nope. But I did get this province, so that's actually quite good. Or quite fun. I guess Urbino was well, these guys don't actually know who I am, so that's why their attitude is unknown. But yes, I will be sending someone now to improve relations with the Tuscans, and that hopefully will be enough to get ourselves well going, I guess. The Portuguese still hate me. The French probably will hate me a little bit more now. But yes, we will be preparing for Portugal entered a military coalition against us. So yes, we will be preparing now for a war against I guess I'll take that hit to all the points. But as I was saying, we'll be preparing now for a war against the French. I'll most likely recreate Guyenne, and I'll be trying to get that one, or get the French provinces that belong to that one. And I'll probably also create Toulouse. I have no idea, or probably not Toulouse, I think. I have no idea, we'll have to see. Probably Toulouse, I'm a little bit unsure. We'll have to see. But yes, I will be trying to take most of France and get myself an eastern border and not just a southern border with the Holy Roman Empire for basically for future use. But we'll have to see if Denmark and England start colonizing as well. Portugal is, at least as far as I think, out of the game, at least on this side. So we'll have to see if they actually start now doing some serious colonization when it comes to Africa. We might actually have to step up our efforts down there, but for now I will be upgrading my armies a little bit. I think I'll add 15,000 units simply to make it a little bit more well, 16 then, to make it a little bit more my size army. So with that in mind, we'll be growing the armies, and we'll also be continuing our colonization attempts, so we'll see how it goes. As you can see, achievement unlocked, no pirates in my Caribbean, which basically means, as far as I know, that I've colonized all of the Caribbean, and also I haven't or do not have any pirates. So that's two positive things, but apparently we have some peasants here that needs to be dealt with, and I think I should do or deal with straight away here. So yes, I'll be moving. Apparently I have forgotten to move my my native squadrons, I guess I should call them. Basically my armies that keeps native in check in my colonies at the same rate that I'll be moving everything else. So I need to rectify that first of all, and I also will now start some exploration, basically so I can start colonizing this area as well. And I'll most likely start going after Aztec and Cherokee rather soon as well. Apparently I lost my army there, thanks to well, that's kind of a bad thing to happen. I lost my army thanks to the fact they lost against the peasants, and then they got smacked up again by the natives, so that's not too bad. So yes, I need to get some more armies up here, probably 3,000 man armies to keep the natives in check. So that is the basis here. I need to get 6,000 more troops. I can probably just do this though. Raise them from well, the finished colonies, and that shouldn't actually be an issue at all. But yes, how far did I actually set it? Only that far? Colonial maintenance. I only have 5 colonies, so apparently the fact that I wrote this big allows me to have more colonies. And I have a colony that isn't doing anything, so you can be sent to Guantanamo. No, I'll send you there so we can finish these colonies and get myself back on track, more or less. So I'll do that, and we'll see how things happen. Wait, damn you, Portugal! Why you have to do this? Why you do this? But yeah, I'll have to deal with Portugal a little bit further down the line. So not really that much of a surprise, and we'll most likely now prepare for another war. and I think I'll just aim at eating up Portugal altogether. So we'll see how that goes. As you can see, I can now fabricate claim on colonies and also shipbuilding time minus 10% thanks to that expansion idea. So yes, I will be going for the last two here, and then we'll start going for diplomatic tech again. And this one will be good, especially in terms of getting Naples integrated. So once again, I'll have to continue trying to deal with these goddamn peasants because of the fact that I actually lost now 9,000 men fighting peasant armies in the New World. So basically, be very afraid of them. They are very, very scary. Because, well, they get this minus modify and then I get my ass whipped, I guess. So, well, not that positive. I think it's probably due to the fact that I haven't updated my... what's their name? My mercenary armies. And that's probably why I'm currently suffering in terms of... well, I will decline that one. In terms of having well, my armies be good. So I'll be getting my colonies back up and running. I currently have 5. I should have 6 or 7 now, it seems, thanks to the income. So we'll see how that goes in terms of setting that up and if we can pull it off or not. So until then. This has got to be an AI's faster Russia by now, I think. This is basically AI forming Russia in 80 years, I think. Yeah, it's probably 80. And that's actually a small and cute Russia for the time being, but I doubt that it will actually last long. So yeah, a little bit scary to think about. The Mamluks apparently are also doing quite good for themselves, although they are at war with the Ottomans right now. Knight is also growing, so it'll be a little bit interesting to see how this map actually looks by the end. Because as of now, the biggest nation are actually forming on their own, it seems like. Austria is actually growing a little bit big by themselves. France and Burgundy have both survived so far, which is kind of interesting. Since Minster is building their own little part of the world up here, Brandenburg has, well, kind of done something of their own here. But it'll be a little bit interesting if this turns out. Once Naples have been integrated, the map will look a little bit prettier, at least with that little dot there, and also with, I think I have Asolai Tuscany down the line, so that should be fine too. But at the time being, I think I'll simply try and deal with Portugal. I'm currently cancelling, fabricating some claims. We'll probably fabricate a claim on Beira, and then we'll take these 3 in the first war, these 3 in the second war, and then simply go for the annex in the last war, I think. So 3 more wars and then Portugal should be history, I guess, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, as you can see, colonization attempts are still going pretty damn well. I think I can actually up it to 7 colonies now. I currently have 6 up, and I'm still making quite a good profit here, so yes. Pretty sure I can, well, let's see here. Savoy, Genoa, Aachen, Hungary, and Venice. That's a little bit too much to play with for simply Milan, so we'll decline that one. But yes, as I was saying, I can probably up it to 7 colonies now at once, and I will probably do just that. I currently have Santa Guy. It'll probably give me a little bit of a deficit a month, but it should be fine. That is actually very often. That's the second comment in this game, I think, and that is that's a little bit too often for me. But yes, I will be... Is that actually the French? Yes, the French want military access. I'll accept that one. But yes, as I was saying, we'll continue colonization. I'll be colonizing up to the Aztecs here. Then I'll start up here. Probably go up the north coast or try to get all the way up here. Basically, take the coast before anyone else does. And then I'll most likely take the Cherokee provinces up that are basically coastal. Same with Aztec. And then we'll focus on the south here. And then we'll go on to Africa. So we'll see if that plan actually works out. If it does, I'll most likely have the New World for or on my own without too much fuss. So we'll see if I can pull it off or not. If I do, that should give me enough money, I guess, or backup, as it were, to be able to basically grow without restraint and take on France. So we'll see if it actually goes as planned or not, and hopefully it will do just that. We'll simply have to wait and see. Nation of Burgundy, your faithful allies, requesting you come to the aid in the badness conquest of Heidelberg against Baden, Austria, Württemberg, and Brunswick. I think that should actually be fine enough. Austria shouldn't have that many troops, and I think I'll actually stay clear of this war pretty damn easily as well. Baden is actually war leader here, and such I could potentially go for do a very ugly thing here, and that would be going straight for Baden, not really thinking of anything else, and thus take them down. And by taking them down in such a manner, I would potentially be able to Sevilla. There we go. Potentially be able to, well, make them my vassals, but it seems like that won't actually be the case. So I'll simply keep my troops out of the way, and we'll see how that turns out. I'm getting a lot of colonies done here right now, and with that, it's starting to get a little bit troublesome because I need forces to actually be able to keep things as they are, as the status quo, more or less. So yes, I'll be trying to get sort of set up some new colonies, but can't actually promise anything. So we'll see how it goes. Diplomatic idea has been given, or the expansion idea. Diplomatic reputation +3 has been given, and that is quite good. It will speed up the integration of Naples a little bit. It's basically double the speed at the very least. So yeah, I'm currently having a little bit trouble with my troops here because apparently they cannot even match up to my peasant rebels, and that is currently causing me some dilemmas or problems. So yeah, but as you can see, colonies have basically been set up to the entire north coast. So going off these Portuguese colonies is probably the next step. I have forgotten to fabricate the last claim, which is on Beira. So once that claim has been fabricated, we'll be going to war, and I'll be taking or trying to take both of these colonies from them, and basically try and probably colonize the gap here. I think that should help out a little bit. But yeah, I'll probably take the colony, but nothing more. So that's that. But yeah, we'll have to see if these guys actually are as crappy as they seem to be, because I've actually boosted the morale now pretty damn high up. So if they can't even beat these armies, then I'm basically not going to declare war on... Let's see here, the Casa de Contratacion. Casa de Contratacion was established by Isabel I of Castille in 1503 as a government agency to oversee all Spanish colonization. Voyages of exploration and trade had to be approved by it, and all colonial taxes were collected by it. The Casa was also instructed to try and protect secret information on new trade routes and discoveries. We should establish it. So basically, I'm sacrificing 215 ducats for that event that I talked about. Settlement chance plus 5%, global settlement increase plus 25, colonies travel time minus 25. And basically, yes, we will establish it because that is an incredible boost to colonization altogether. And well, apparently I'm done with let's see, now it's actually at 103, and I can actually boost it a little bit further if the event also fires. I have no idea if it actually can fire now, but I would guess that it can, and if it does, that should help me out quite a lot. So we'll be hoping that it actually does fire. But for now, I'll be trying to get my troops here sorted out so I can start colonizing the Northern Americas. Because as you can see here, the natives in most of these colonies are actually, or potential colonies, are actually pretty damn aggressive. So I'll actually take some, well, I actually have to have troops there to keep them at bay. And that is what I will be aiming to do now. So with that in mind, I think I can actually start colonizing a little bit down south here too. Basically try and block off Portugal as well as it's possible to get done. And well, that's it. So that is what I'll be planning, that is what I'll be trying to do. But our colonial empire looks pretty damn great so far. The only problem here is the Portuguese. I should potentially get this one colonized faster than, or as fast as possible, ASAP. And I think I'll actually just do this, then I'll recall one of these, and then I'll send him to that island to get it colonized. And yes, England will most likely start colonizing pretty damn soon. So dealing with Portugal and then France is definitely something that I would like to do. So once Portugal has been out of the world, once this war is over that I'm currently in, I'll release Guyane, and then I'll deal with Portugal, and then I'll deal with France. That's the plan. We'll see if it works out. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and well, I really started to mess up now, so my apologies. Let me start over. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.